What's up guys, so I am back in Fish, and today the Santa quest did actually drop. I know they have been out for a while, but I am completing them right now and I'm going to show you guys how to do them as well. So if you guys want to know how to do them, just follow along with this video and hopefully you guys can use this as a guide. But now I am going to go ahead and talk to Santa. Hey Fisher, I need your help. How can I help? I crashed my sleigh here on this island and I need your help to save Fishmas. Sure. So then after you talk to him, he is going to give you a quest that is going to pop up on the left hand side. So this first quest that we do have is actually catch 20 Fishmas fish and also to purchase the candy cane rod from Santa's workshop. So I already do have this, but if you guys don't know where it is actually located right here where Santa is on the left hand side inside of Santa's workshop. Just walk on inside and on this table is the candy cane rod. It is only going to cost you 1500 cash, so it is not that much. So after that, we are just going to want to go ahead and catch 20 Fishmas fish. So for this, you actually can fish anywhere as long as you catch them. I am going to go down here, and right here is where I am going to fish for them because it is pretty close. So I'm going to catch these 20 and I'll be back. So as you guys can actually see, I just completed both of the quests. So now I am going to go ahead and talk to Santa again. Hey Fisher, how's it going? Everything's done? Great, thank you for saving Fishmas. So we actually did receive a title and the sleigh boat for that. So I am going to check out this new boat. As you guys can see right here, it does have 90 speed, steering of 60 and acceleration of 0.4. So it's not the best, but it's not that bad, especially just for being a free boat. So now I am going to go ahead and talk to Santa again and see if we get another quest. So I just talked to him again and we have to find that runaway elf behind the island. Oh, and we also got a regular token for completing the last quest. But the way that you actually find the runaway elf is following these candy canes on the ground right here. You just want to follow them all the way up. It'll take you to these ladders right here. You just want to climb up it. Then you just want to keep following it and you will go around this mountain, this little rock. Then you just want to jump down. As you guys can see, it leads all the way down. Then right here, when you get to this one, you do not want to go over there. You want to go over here. And right here is the runaway elf holding this egg. So as you can see, now we can talk to him. And then we tell him that we want the egg that he's holding. So you just want to keep hitting please until he says yes. And then he's going to say, but you need to prove yourself worthy. Then you need to accept the challenge and he is going to give you a quest. So the next quest is to start up the present machine in Santa's workshop and deliver a present to an elf at each island. And also to catch 45 Fishmas fish. So all of these aren't really that hard, but the 45 fish is going to take a little bit. So the way that you do actually start up the present machine is you are going to want to go to Santa's workshop right here. Then once you guys are inside, head over to the left and right here is the present machine. Then you are just going to want to interact with it. And then these numbers on the left hand side, you are just going to want to connect them to the wires on the right hand side. Just match up the numbers, the 1, the 2, and the 3 on the 4. Or the colors, whichever you guys rather. Then once you guys do that, you will receive a bag of presents, as you guys can see. Now what we are going to want to do is deliver a present to an elf at each island. So we are going to want to go back to this mirror right here to teleport back to Moosewood. And the first elf is actually here in the island, right here next to the advent. You are just going to want to talk to this elf right here, but you are going to want to hold out the bag of presents. So just talk to him and then you say, yup, Merry Fishmas. And then that is 1 out of 9 elves completed. So the next elf that we are actually going to go to is right here at the Statue of Sovereignty. So once you arrive right here next to Shipwright, you are going to see the ladders and there is going to be an elf right here. So you are just going to want to do the same, just talk to him with the bag out. And that will be 2 out of 9. So the next one that we are going to want to head to is right here next to the Statue of Sovereignty at Sunstone Island. Once you arrive here, next to Angler's Quest and the Merchant and Shipwright, there is going to be an elf right here. So again, you are just going to want to do the same thing. So now the next one that we are going to go to is actually over here in Forsaken Shores. So once we actually do get here, the skull is right here, and on the left hand side of it where the dock is, there is going to be an elf right here. So just give the present of that one, and that is the Forsaken Shores one done. So now we are going to want to just go to Roselit Bay right here. And now the next elf is going to be in Roselit Bay, and this one is going to be a bit more complicated because you are going to have to follow all of these candy canes in order to find the next elf. So I am just going to show you guys where it is because it is a lot of steps. So just follow along and hopefully you guys don't get lost. So as you guys can see, I just followed all the candy canes and now we are here. So that part right here, when you climb up the mountain, it can be a little confusing and the parkour could be a little bit tricky, but once you do that, just follow all of the candy canes and you'll be led to this elf on top. So now we do have 5 out of 9 presents. So the next island that I am going to go ahead and head to is Terrapin Island. So once we do arrive at Terrapin Island, right here as you can see the shipwright, you are just going to want to go ahead and head up here, and to the left is the elf standing right here. And now I did talk to him, so I have 3 more to go. So the next island that I am going to go ahead and head to is Snowcap Island. As you guys can see, when we do get here, we are going to want to go ahead and go to the docks. And once we get here, the elf is just standing right above the shipwright. Most of these elves aren't really hard to do, you just have to know where to find them, and they're mostly just hidden in obvious places. But the next island that I am going to go to is Mushgrove Swamp. And whenever you guys are here, once again, the shipwright is right here and the elf is just right here in front of him. So most of these elves are just right next to the shipwright or somewhere near it. But now we do just have one more present to give out, and that one is going to be in the Ancient Isles. So for this one, you are going to want to be a bit careful because the Ancient Isles does have dangerous seas. As you guys can see, it says a warning that the sea is dangerous, and as you guys saw there are going to be obstacles that might get in your way. But as you guys can see now that we are here, as you guys can see the waterfall right here, right to the left of it is going to be an elf with the candy cane standing there. So now just do the same thing, get your bag of presents out and talk to the elf. And as you guys can see, I now have 9 out of 9 delivered presents. So now the next task that I have to do is catch 45 fish. So I am just going to go back down here. You guys can fish wherever you guys want, but this is where I am going to fish. So right here, I am just going to fish for those fish, and I'll be back when I have those. So guys, as you guys can see, I am now done with the 45 fish. So now what we are going to want to do is go back to the runaway elf. So now that we are back at the runaway elf, we are just going to want to talk to him. So now we actually have the Elite Crystal Bobber, Elite Helper title, and we also received the Reindeer Cruiser. So let me go check out the Reindeer Cruiser really quick. And as you guys can see, here it is. It does have a speed of 55, a steering of 50, and an acceleration of 0.25. So it's not really that good, but it does have a cool design and it is a limited time thing. So I still think it is worth getting even though it's not that good. So now we actually have received the elite token. So now I am going to go ahead and go back to Santa and see what he says. So as you guys can see now, the elf helper is right here next to Santa, and then he says thank you for saving Fishmas. And that is all. There's nothing else after those. So there we go. This is what we get, and we actually get to keep the bag of presents, which is pretty cool. But there also is a new code. This code is like the last one. If you guys redeemed it, it is thank you followers 3. Make sure it is exactly like this with all the capitals, and you will get from this the event horizon rod. So as you guys can see, last time we did get the astro rod. So the stats on this rod are actually the exact same as the ones on the astro rod, and they also both have the 5% chance to be lunar. So that is pretty cool. It's not really a good rod, but I think you guys should still redeem it since it is free anyways. But guys, I think that is going to be everything for this video. If this video was helpful to you guys or you guys liked it, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. At 1,000 subscribers, I am going to do some Game Pass giveaways. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.